Hello, thank you for checking out this pick a card. This pick a card is titled Guidance from Up Above. So go with your intuition, go with what you see, feel, or hear. Card one, card two, or card three. Remember, go with what you hear, feel, or see. Whatever number you hear, whatever number you see, whatever number you just feel guided to. All right, here's pile one. For pile one, um, you're a very spiritual person who's in tune and very in touch with yourself, with your spirituality. But you have to make sure you are walking, and I wouldn't want to say walking with a complete authority, because you're walking with authority, but you want to make sure you're walking with the authority and knowing that, yeah, I got this. You want to make sure you're walking with the power, your spark within to help set your trail ablaze. And you want to also be mindful that you are navigating into worlds. Unfortunately, you're a person who, this is the life that you set out to live. So you can't go back to that old life. Sorry, you can't go back to that old life. So you have to learn how to live within the two worlds. You have to learn how to stay balanced within those two worlds. Because once you start doing that, once you start fully operating in one, trusting yourself, trusting what you're hearing, trusting what you're seeing, trusting what you're knowing, trusting the information that's being given to you, trusting the warning signs that you have received. Those blessings will open up. That creativity, the spark of creativity that you have, that's always there. That drive. It's like you'll get more downloads. You'll receive more blessings. Okay, do this, do that. You have a whole army behind you that is, instructing you, that's leading you, but you have to be willing to let them come close and actually, fully take their guidance and adhere to their guidance and know that, okay, this actually, this is valid information I'm receiving, and it's not just coming out of nowhere. You want to operate like this so that, like this card says, don't waste your time and your life working for others. Fulfill your dreams, be motivated, and know your worth. You have to get to the point where you know your worth. You have to get to the point where you know how valuable you are as a person, but as a spiritualist. And how valuable you are to the community as a whole. If you don't see it, how can you expect others to see it within you? So you have to start seeing it within yourself. I'll leave that with you. Thank you. All right, so here's card three. So I'm going to focus on the middle card. The middle card talks about sensing unwanted energy and knowing how to remove unwanted energy from your vicinity. You feel like somebody, so this feels like this feels like a collective group of people who are very sensitive, who are prone to picking up on things. You may not always see it, but you're going to feel it. And whenever you feel something is off, you want to make sure that um, you want to make sure that you're not ignoring the signs. You want to make sure that you're not ignoring the obvious things that may come to your mind. You're not ignoring your dreams that are letting you know that, hey, something is wrong. Um, and you want to make sure you take care of it at a promptly time instead of one, avoiding it, two, just plainly ignoring it. You want to address the issue at hand and take care of it. Because when that happens, it gets in the way of, your prosperity. It gets in the way of your prosperity. It gets in the way of everything that you have set out for you. Um, you literally have the world at your fingertips, and you have the green light on everything that you're able to do. But when you have the outside energy that interfere, it really puts a hindrance on everything. Um, and so as you move forward with that, you also want to make sure that you are a person who is and so this card also talks about, like, it's a cat, so it talks about the cat being psychic and stuff like that, and the cats being very aware of things that's going on in their surroundings, and cats are very especially black cats. Cats in general are animals that are, they see better than, I don't know if I would say they see better than dogs, but they see and they're not afraid to go after something they see and chase it out. So you have to operate and be just like the cat, and be able to intercede for yourself, your home, and your family, and move the energy out of your house. Move the energy off of you. Move the energy off of somebody with, who's in your home, who you're able to move the energy off of. But don't be oblivious to the things that's going on in your home. I hope that makes sense. When you're doing your ancestral work, don't be afraid to ask for help from your ancestral spirits, your benevolent ancestral spirits. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your ancestral guides, because sometimes there are ancestral guides who are spirit guides that are, attached to your lineage, but that takes, work, and knowing who is who, and who is able to help and assist. Because as you can see, it's like I see people willing to help, but you're not fully relying on them. So make sure you're fully relying on them. And the part of the problem is, the clarity, not having a clear head, because it feels like you're walking through muck. So because it feels like you're walking through muck and the energy is heavy, it calls you to be out of alignment with yourself and the decisions that you're making. So please make sure that you are being aware of whatever energy that you may pick up on, and quickly tackle it. All right. Peace. Take care. All right. So this is pile 3. The last pile, my apologies. I called the last pile 3, but it was actually pile 2. So this is the pile 3. So I'm going to focus on the center card. The center card, with this card, this card feels like there has been some tough decisions that you need to make. You have needed to make. These decisions revolve around, kind of realizing who's your friends and who's not your friends, and who's for you and who's not for you. I know the card is in reverse, but that's not what I'm speaking towards. I'm speaking towards, having to walk away from something that did not serve you, a friendship that did not serve you, a relationship that did not serve you, having to swallow the hard pill and realize, hey, I gotta let this go. and having to, be real with yourself, because for a while you know, I mean, the signs, everything was there. Everything was there. Um, the gut feelings, your inner knowing, everything was there. But you just the Joker. You're kind of just oblivious. So um, now it's at the point where you must be real with yourself. You must accept the fact that, okay, I gotta walk into something new. I have to walk into something new. Um, I have to leave that where it's at. I have to leave that friendship where it's at. I have to leave that relationship where it's at as I walk into something new. You have the peacock in reverse. Um, you have the peacock in reverse because a lot of times when you are walking away from something that that doesn't serve your purpose, um, you go through a rebirthing stage. And so, like the story of the peacock, um, with that relates to Oshun, she she had to be rebirthed. She has a beautiful story to her. So as you're going through the stage of stepping away and kind of seeing who is for you and who's not for you, you're still within that healing stage where you are trying to walk into the new you, and so you're still birthing the new you, and then once you walk into that, you fully accept it and you heal from that, and you accepted what did no longer, you accepted and acknowledged, okay, they're not for me. Um, the beauty and all that stuff will come about. Um, the beauty of finally accepting it and just being you and being free. And that kind of explains like the whole emergent card, the emergence card. Allowing yourself to fully step forward into these new doors, new opportunities, um, this new you, these new blessings. Because a lot of times, sometimes you don't realize, a lot of times we do not realize that, um, I hate to say it, but people that, birds of a feather flock together. So if you hanging with somebody, somebody's not good for you, um, in a way, that individual can block your blessing. So once you fully accept that, that new you will emerge. Those blessings will emerge. Those blessings that kept being blocked, you weren't ready to receive them because of, unfortunately, who you were tied to. And it doesn't always have to be on a relationship level. It can be on a friendship level. Um, Sometimes, if you're just not equally yoked with a person, it can mess up your ashe. It can mess up your blessings. These are the things that were, a lot of times these are blessings that, you are rightfully inherited, but because you come from a lineage of ancestral people who walked with good character, those blessings were stopped. They were stopped at the door because you had to see it for yourself. You had to see who they were for yourself to receive those blessings. I hope that makes sense. So stand tall. I know that you got it. Stand tall. I know that you are walking into greatness. Stand tall. I know that you are blessed and abundantly, um, and believe in yourself. I'll leave that with you.